Hello everyone and welcome to the DPB podcast. I am your host Ryan Bondis with DisneyPinsBlog.com, the latest news on Disney pin trading and collecting from around the world. This is episode number 141 for the week of August 20th, 2018.
Welcome to the Disney Pins Blog Podcast.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I am extremely excited this week. It is pretty much the biggest week in the pin trading community because later this week it is Walt Disney's Animation Celebration, the large annual pin event at Epcot. I am heading down in just a few days to cover that event, and yeah, it's just a great time of year. Tons of pin releases, end of summer here, and then also is the pin trading night at Disneyland this week. So it is just a massive week in the pin community. 2 events, one on each coast, and the largest one of the year. So all the pin traders are getting together later this week for a great weekend of pin trading. So for episode number 141 today, it is just myself. I have a short little solo show for you guys today. Just a little bit for housekeeping. Pin news has been pretty decent this week, a little more so than last week. And then for Pin Chat, just going to talk just a little bit about the events this weekend. So it's going to be short for Pin Chat, mainly just focusing on the pin news this week. But yeah, so first we'll start off with housekeeping. The main thing I want to mention is we updated the Disney Pins blog logo. You guys probably saw this past weekend if you're on the website, or if you're on any of our social channels, or if you follow along here on YouTube. I just want to announce it here in the podcast as well for any of the listeners out there who haven't been on the website yet. We did update the logo, and the response has been extremely positive. It's crazy. You guys absolutely love this new logo compared to the old one. I am super happy with it. To me, it has everything I wanted in it. I know I explained this in my YouTube video, but it's got a little bit of a retro and contemporary vibe to it, and it's got that tropical theme, which I love. We still have a palm tree to the left, and then that color fade from orange to green, aqua color. Just turned out super well, and I love the way it looks on the website. So thank you guys, everyone who messaged me, comment on the YouTube video, and on our social channels. Just like everyone is so happy about the new logo. So thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. And then the second item for housekeeping, just want to mention that the D23 Expo 2019 tickets go on sale this week already. Thursday, August 23rd is when the tickets go on sale. And of course, that's the large Disney fan event out in Anaheim, California. That's going to be held next August 2019. I will definitely be attending that event again as well. But there is an early bird special for tickets if you guys were interested. I think it goes from like August through November, I believe. All right, let's head into the pin news. First, we're going to start off with BoxLunch. They had some exciting pin releases this past week. First, there were 4 new Nightmare Before Christmas pin releases. One was for the Scary Duckling. One was a Jack Skellington snowflake pin. Another one featured Scary Teddy. And then the 4th one was Lock, Shock, and Barrel in the Coffin. So yeah, those 4 pins are exclusive to BoxLunch retail locations. They're also available online. And the retail price is $8.90 each. Also released at BoxLunch is probably one of the most popular pin releases of the past week. And this came out of nowhere. It was a blind box that features Disney princess dresses. So you have like Snow White, Tiana, they all have like a little bit of glitter embellishments on them. There's 1 pin per box. And this was extremely popular whenever we posted it, especially on our Instagram. It just blew up. Yeah, there's 11 pins in this collection, 1 pin per blind box. And retail price is that standard $8.90. I know a lot of the BoxLunch stores don't have them yet. They're not available online, so I think just a handful of BoxLunch retail locations receive these. I think it's going to be a slow rollout to the other BoxLunch stores. So if you guys have one in your area, go and check it out, see if they're available. And then we're going to keep an eye out on their website whenever they become available online. Okay, next let's head into Hong Kong Disneyland. They had a few pin releases this past week. First, they had a collection of releases for the 13th anniversary of Hong Kong Disneyland. One was a jumbo, and then there were 5 specific pins for Mickey and Minnie, Donald, Dell, and Goofy. And then the jumbo has the castle on it with the 13th anniversary logo. Very colorful pins there. Those are limited edition of 500. And then the next carousel pin release was released. They have that monthly carousel collection. This is the 11th one in the set. And it features Woody and Bullseye. Limited edition of 300 there. And then they also had a pin release for Pluto's birthday, which is September 5th, 2018. This pin was just released, and it is limited edition of 500. Very colorful pin there. You have Pluto with a little birthday hat on, popping out of a present, and he has a cake with a dog bone in it. Next, we're going to head into Mickey's of Glendale. They had a surprise release this past week, and this one was for the brand new collection featuring Disney heroes. So you guys know we had the heroines before. Now we're into the heroes. The very first set was released on August 15th, 2018 at 10 a.m. And yeah, these are exclusive for Disney cast members. Limited edition of $250. Retail price is $18.95 each. But we all know that secondary market is pretty high on these pins. They feature the Prince, Prince Charming, Prince Philip, Robin Hood, Peter Pan, John Darling, and Michael Darling. So those are the first 7 pins in this collection, and there's probably going to be 40 pins in this series. Next, we're going to head into Shop Disney. They had their next Mickey Mouse Memories pin set release, and I actually bought mine online, and I got the plush online. I stayed up until 3 a.m. to get it. I didn't head out to my local Disney store just because I had a lot going on at home. But yeah, I was able to get the pin set. This one is themed to the 1980s. There are 3 different pins, all in that black and gold theme. I really like the full-bodied Mickey in the gold. I think it looks super classy. Yeah, limited release. Retail price is $16.95, and I think they're still available online. If you guys haven't had a chance to get that, head over to DisneyPinsBlog.com, and we have a link directly to purchase at Shop Disney. Next, we're going to head to Disney Store Japan. They had an exclusive pin release for Winnie the Pooh. This was a boxed pin set featuring 6 different pins, all themed to Winnie the Pooh. It's kind of like a sketch artwork. It's a circular pin with a gold outer ring, and they do not have the Mickey pin backs. They have the metal like butterfly clasp backs on these ones, but they do have the Disney copyright, so they are, you know, official Disney pins. They're just collectible pins, and they come in a really nice colorful box. All right, now I think it's time for the new pin releases this week at Disney parks. First, there was a brand new lanyard that was released. This is one of those Halloween glow lanyards. So it lights up. It has the clear disc at the bottom, and it lights up. It says Trick or Treat. This is the 2018 version. They did have one last year as well. It's got that retail price of $15.02. It's available online at Shop Disney and at Disneyland and Walt Disney World, released in August 2018. Next, we have a preview of the Food and Wine Festival pins. We should have the full flyer very, very soon, so keep checking that blog post at DisneyPinsBlog.com. We'll have it up very soon, but right now we just have a preview of 4 of the pins. This came from Disney Food Blog. They were at the media event. There's a limited release with Chef Mickey on it and Spaceship Earth in the background, and then there's 3 limited edition pins, one featuring Donald Duck with a tray of food. You have Snow White and Grumpy looking at, looks like a pie. And then you have a Lion King one featuring Simba. And yeah, those release at the opening day of Food and Wine Festival, which is August 30th. You can find those at Pin Central. And then next at Disney Parks was a brand new mystery pin collection. This one features Disney characters themed to origami. It looks like the characters were folded in paper. You know, it's got that, obviously, that origami style there. We have Chip and Dale, Donald and Daisy, Mickey and Minnie, and then Goofy and Pluto. So classic Disney characters there. Retail price is $15. 2 randomly selected pins per box. And those were spotted at Walt Disney World all around the parks. So I heard Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Contemporary Resort. And I think, I don't believe they are at Disneyland yet, but they will be arriving soon. And then lastly, for Disney parks are the new pin releases this week. First, we're going to start off with Disneyland. And they have 3 new pin releases this week. 2 for Pixar Fest featuring Up. The first one is an annual pass holder exclusive. You have Carl and Russell on there. Limited edition of 2,000. Retail price is $16.99. And then you have a Pixar Fest pin set featuring Carl, Russell, and Doug. That's limited edition of 1,500 with a retail price of $24.99. Those are both being released this Thursday, August 23rd. And then also at Disneyland Resort is the next Once Upon a Time pin collection. This one features Dumbo. It's that circular pin that has that hinge element in the middle. Limited edition of 2,000, retail price is $16.99. And then heading over to Walt Disney World Resort, we just have one exclusive pin release this week, and that is the next Lunchtime Tales pin. And this one features Lilo and Stitch. So that's going to be a popular one. Limited edition of 1,500, retail price is $16.99, and also releasing this Thursday, August 23rd. So those are all of the new pin releases this week at Disney Parks. And now I think it's time for a Disney Pin Chat. So since we just got off of the new pin releases at Disney Parks, that's kind of giving me a segue here into Disney Pin Chat, which I know I mentioned a little bit before, but I wanted to quickly go over, what's happening this week. Since it is such a big week in the Disney Pin community, we have two awesome events. Walt Disney's Animation Celebration at Walt Disney World in Epcot, and we have all of those exclusive pin releases this week. And then we have over at Disneyland Pin Trading Night, and they have the exclusive Channel 28 pins. And I believe the Disney Pin Trading Night at Disneyland is sold out, and of course Animation Celebration is sold out as well. So both of these events are going to be awesome. Lots of people attending and pretty cool pin releases. We have previews of all of the pins up on the website, so if you guys weren't attending any of these events, or even if you are and you want to check out the pin releases again, we have a specific blog post for Animation Celebration featuring all of the pin releases exclusive to that event. And then for the Pin Trading Night, we do have a blog post up as well. Just type in Channel 28 in the search bar, and you'll be able to find all of the exclusive pin releases for Pin Trading Night that feature those Channel 28 pins, which I know there were lots of questions on Channel 28, and that was like the original Disney Channel back in the day. That was the channel number. So all of these pins are themed to that original Disney Channel. Like the one I think is super cool is a gold Walt Disney pin. It's like an old TV set, all gold. You have Walt in the center in black and white. I think that pin is super cool. There's limited release pins, a limited edition. There's a jumbo pin with a bunch of TVs on it. They even have exclusive box pin sets, a mini jumbo Walt pin set, and then of course the Channel 28 mystery pin set, which my friend is attending Pin Trading Night over at Disneyland, and he's going to pick me up a couple boxes of these limited edition mystery pin boxes. So I should have those on the YouTube channel, and a unboxing video of those. So yeah, guys, lots happening this week. We are going to have a ton of coverage on both coasts. I'm going to be at Walt Disney World covering the big pin event there. So YouTube channel is going to be crazy, lots of videos. Our social channels are going to be updated. Corey's going to be updating the blog posts, and yeah, we're just going to have coverage everywhere. I'm hoping to actually get some from Disneyland as well, so I should have some coverage from Pin Trading Night as well with those Channel 28 pin releases. So if you guys don't follow us already, you can find us on Facebook. We have a Disney Pins blog page there. You can follow us on Twitter. Instagram is probably the most popular. And then, of course, if you aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please consider subscribing, because lots of videos are going to be coming out this week. So yeah, I think that is going to do it for episode number 141. I'm not going to start a forum thread this week. We already have a thread going in the forums for Animation Celebration. The conversation is already going over there. And I also want to mention that next week, I won't have a podcast going up just because of all the travel and everything. I will be taking that week off, but there's going to be tons and tons of other content. But if you guys want, head over to the forums and you can find those event threads over there. All right, guys, thank you for listening and watching to episode number 141. I hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you later at the pin events.